What's up, everybody? This is The Run with Manny Wilson, who always brings you the best topics in sports. And today we're just going to get straight into it with the Nike and their anniversary of their 30-year advertisement with quarterback Colin Kaepernick. I have my guest here.
What's up? It's Jay Black, Justin Black.
All right, and we're here to talk about it. This powerful message that Colin Kaepernick stated with Nike, what the quote was, "Believe in something even if it means sacrificing everything." What are your thoughts on this Nike topic?
Man, I think it's a very powerful move for Colin Kaepernick. Moving his movement forward, the message he wants to get across to people. I think for Nike to pick it up, I mean, historically, Nike has always, stood by quote-unquote controversial athletes. You hear about them supporting people like Charles Barkley in, I believe, the late 80s or 90s. He had the I'm Not a Role Model commercial with Tiger Woods, with everything he'd been through. Mm-hmm. Kobe, so they're used to supporting, controversial athletes, so to speak. But my question is specifically, again, it's a great move for Colin Kaepernick. I feel like for his branding, for Nike, it's a win-win for Colin Kaepernick and Nike. My question is, for Kaepernick's original reasoning for protesting was stop police brutality. I want to know what are people's thoughts on how does Nike picking this up make progression for police brutality in America.
That's true. Now, one thing I did notice is Colin Kaepernick, when he was just doing things on his own and affecting communities by himself, he already made a huge change that was globally. Yeah. Now that he has someone like Nike, who's a multi-million-dollar corporation, supporting him and his ideal of social injustice, the results to this movement can be endless, because now he has every tool he can do. He has all the tools that he used in the past that made a change, and also the money to support anything he wants to do in the future in terms of helping social injustice and social equality.
That's true.
Now, another thing that I noticed with the NFL, because they jumped in and decided to share some thoughts on the entire topic. Yeah. And what they stated, the NFL's Executive Vice President of Communications and Public Affairs, Jocelyn Moore, she released a statement stating, "The National Football League believes in dialogue, understanding, and unity. We embrace the role and responsibility of everyone involved with this game to promote meaningful, positive change in our communities." When I seen this statement, it pushed my limits, because it sounds so hypocritical. It sounded like a flat-out lie. Because it sounded just like a lie. They said they support positive change and embrace positive change, when really someone tried to make change for the better and they blackballed them.
Exactly. Like, I don't get how can you say this and you feel like, you're supporting social change, but you literally blackballed this man out of the league. You had NFL owners saying that you can't let the what do you say, the prisoners run the jail or run the prison.
Oh, they do the NFL players both.
Yeah,
they do them dirty.
Yeah, so how can you say you support social change when you allow your fans to, trash Kaepernick, call him N-word and call him everything in the book, but you so-called support social change? I don't get that.
I don't. The statement was just completely evasive to me, and I looked at it as if they supported positive change, they wouldn't look at this entire movement of someone taking the knee. They wouldn't put players in a position to either decide between keeping their job or fight for social injustice.
Exactly. I feel like the only reason that that the NFL is saying this is because the Nike and the NFL has had such a close partnership that they'll look stupid if all their teams are wearing Nike apparel, but what you stand for is against what Colin Kaepernick is stand for. So exactly. they were forced into a corner into saying this. But I mean, we all know words don't mean anything unless you put action behind it. It really means nothing.
Exactly, and it's true, but it really affected me in the wrong way, because I seen the NFL take drastic changes to make sure this dude didn't play.
Exactly.
They came up with an entire, and make sure other players didn't follow his footsteps. They came up with an entire national anthem rule. Yeah. They would fine players if they didn't stand during the anthem. They would just make drastic changes if players didn't follow particular rules, and would show any kind of leeway toward following what Colin Kaepernick did.
Exactly. It's just crazy that, like, you said this, but you literally made a rule saying that if anyone do what he did, you'll be in trouble for it. But you just said you support social change. It's like you're literally lying, because your actions say something completely different.
It's the absolute truth. Now, this leaves the question for the NFL. Is social injustice not a positive thing? Because if the organization embraced meaningful positive change, then we wouldn't even be having this conversation right now.
The NFL, it has no, I want to say standards. It has no backbone on what they want to stand for. They just kind of go with the flow. When Colin Kaepernick initially took a knee and he received all the backlash in the world, and, you know, all the conservative fans of the NFL bashed Colin Kaepernick, they were with that fan base. They stood with that fan base, stating that, you know, we support you and we don't support protesting police brutality. They stood with that fan base because they were the louder fan base at the time. And now that, you know, people who support police brutality, and Nike is the big supporter, and they're bigger than the conservative fan base for the NFL, now the NFL wants to stand on their side. So the NFL is just going to jump side to side with whoever, you know, is the bigger entity in the situation. Whether it's the conservative fans of the NFL who are against social justice and who's against silent protests, and now they're standing with Nike, who is bigger than that fan base. So the NFL, they're hypocrites, they're liars, you know, and they're just going with whoever's going to make them money. And as of right now, Nike's making them the most money, so they're going to say whatever it is to please that fan base. To keep
that endorsement.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Now, ending on a positive note, it was confirmed that Nike is going to air the newest commercial featuring Colin Kaepernick and a bunch of other stars on this NFL season opener today against the Eagles and the Atlanta Falcons. Good luck to my Falcons today. Thank you guys for tuning in with me on The Run, Manny Wilson, and my guest, Justin Black. You got anything else you want to say to the people?
Oh, yeah, of course, man. Please check out my blog, akidfromdetroit.weebly.com. I did not pay for the website, so it still has the Weebly part in there. But check out the blog. I actually talk about the anthem protest, which is ironic because I dropped an article the day before the Nike situation with Colin Kaepernick happened. So check out my blog, akidfromdetroit.weebly.com. Add me on Facebook at Justin Black. And, you know, follow me on Instagram, juv.23. Again, Instagram is juv.23. And that's pretty much it.
All right, be sure to follow me on Twitter at _Manny30 for the latest episodes of The Run. You all have a great day today.